Hello. I don't know how many of you had heard about this case of Fox News running a story about the University of Missouri having pagan holidays on their calendar. I was thought about doing a series, but there's a couple other people that have done pretty good videos about it. I decided I'm just going to do a straight up reaction video. I'm going to watch this story, and I'm going to stop it and point out every time they make a factual error. So here we go.
Is it time to call the PC police? The University of Missouri's religious guide says no exams ought to be scheduled on Wiccan and pagan holidays.
Number one problem. Nowhere in this calendar for the University of Missouri does it say that tests shouldn't be on pagan holidays. There are restrictions. Matter of fact, there aren't any marks of any restrictions that should be placed on any pagan holidays as far as classwork goes.
Put those days on par with Christmas and Hanukkah. In fact, 20% of the holidays in their guide are Wiccan.
Wrong again. They have 48 holidays listed, 8 of which are Wiccan. If you do the math, that comes to just under 17%, not 20.
Holidays. We're here to weigh in is Tammy Bruce. She's a talk radio show host, of course, and a Fox News contributor. Tammy, how many Wiccans are there? Or is that a big religion?
Not many. Maybe you and I should go for it, though, because we get a heck of a lot more days off, wouldn't we?
We would.
It looks appealing.
Once again, you would not get more days off. You would just have more holidays to celebrate. And not even really that, because there's actually the vast majority of the largest number of holidays listed is for the Jewish faith.
20% of the holidays listed in the University of Missouri Holiday Guide are Wiccan.
I've already
And what is going on here? That seems bizarre.
Well, you know, it does. I'll tell you, look, I'm a big fan of people living lives that best suit them.
That's
and
nice.
I don't know any Wiccans. I think maybe on a really bad day I might turn into one. I'm not sure.
Just really, on a really bad day, I'll point out that I checked on this lady that they have talking. Tammy Bruce is a radio host, author, and political commentator. Her nationally syndicated talk show, I'm reading from her Wikipedia page here. The Tammy Bruce Show airs weekdays, whatever. It appears to be online. She's basically a blogger. Describes herself as gay, pro-choice, gun-owning, pro-death penalty, Tea Party, independent, conservative. How many contradictions can you have there? But yeah, later on in her page, she mentions that she describes herself as lesbian, even though she is really a bisexual. She's one of those politically lesbians. So I have no idea what's going on in her head. But back to the video.
Sure. But you know what I think this is? It's actually, I think, people who are not Christians, you know, the majority, you're looking at Christians and Jews and Muslims, and this is a majority of Americans, and certainly a majority of Americans are Christian at over, well, close to 80% at this point.
Checked on the Pew Center. If you total up everybody even remotely Christian, you end up with about 78.5%. And that's including some that I'm sure the Fox News people would not consider Christians, like that includes Mormons.
But the fact is, I think this is less than, it's less about elevating other religions and other individuals, and it's more about diluting the dynamic about what's important in people's lives.
How? That's all I've got to say. How does placing one holiday's religions on a calendar dilute the power of another religion's? Especially considering there are still seven Christian holidays on the calendar. That doesn't really, 8 pagan holidays doesn't really dilute that.
Look, I think if you're a Wiccan or a pagan, Tucker, you're really anti-establishment. I don't think you need the...
Yeah, some Wiccans are anti-establishment, some are pro-establishment. Just like there are pro-establishment Christians and anti-establishment Christians.
Establishment to recognize you,
Well,
right?
that's a
We
really
already
good
know
point.
that.
Well, I'd like to do a poll.
Who
could name 8 Wiccan holidays? I mean, I doubt you're...
I'm not even going to just stupid.
Well,
Which Wiccan could?
Look, Halloween is the new year, so I guess now you get Halloween off over there.
No, once again, nowhere in the University of Missouri calendar do they say that pagans get days off for their holidays.
At the University of Missouri. So that, and then you've got the Festival of Pan, and you've got the solstices and the...
Festival of Pan? What the hell holiday do you think is focused on Pan?
Equinox, and you know, there's like 10 of them. They outnumber...
8, bitch. There are 8, not 10.
Most of the other, religions, actual religions. And I think that, look, there's ways...
Wait a second.
Other, religions, actual religions. And I think that of the other, religions, actual religions. And I think that, look, there's ways people can take days off for their special days. I think, though, that you're going to be looked at kind of funny if you insist that you need Halloween off. I do think it's insulting to...
Actually, Samhain is one of the days that I do make a point of taking off from work every year. There's a couple other holidays. I try to get Beltane off every year. I try to get... what else do I usually get off? I'm a poor advance planner.
If you're a Wiccan or a pagan. And besides, if you're an atheist or even a pagan, isn't every day a holiday?
Did she just compare atheist and pagan? Okay, pagans are about as far from atheist as you can get. Atheists believe there is no God, or don't believe in God. I'm not going to get into that argument. Pagans believe there are many gods.
Today, if you're celebrating nature, that's an everyday experience.
Yes, we celebrate nature as an everyday experience, but that doesn't mean we don't have special days to celebrate.
Only a country that had been too rich for too long could be this frivolous and silly.
Recognizing someone's religious holidays is frivolous and silly. I'll make sure, and I'm going to try to get that clip that just recognizing holidays as frivolous and silly, and show it to the idiot who keeps trying to force us to put a nativity scene on our courthouse lawn. I guess that's frivolous and silly.
Here's the statement from the school. The information about the Wiccan and pagan holidays, the statement says, has been in the guide since last fall. Keep in mind, this is not intended just for faculty, This is an informational guide for anyone across campus. So just letting you know, they are saying.
Letting you know which days you can take. Look,
so they
I
hate Orthodox Christianity. That's kind of what this comes down to.
I think that there is a
strangely enough, he keeps saying Orthodox Christianity, and in fact, they do have Eastern Orthodox Christian holidays on the list.
Rejection of tradition. I think that this is, again, not about elevating anyone else. It's about pagans and Wiccans being used for a political agenda to downgrade what's important to a majority of Americans.
Could you have any evidence for that?
An anti-tradition action. I think pagans and Wiccans should be very angry about being used by the establishment. And I think that there should be a...
Why should we be upset over being used by the establishment? Oh, God forbid that they say, hey, you know those pagans in your class? They might be busy that night.
Backlash. Look, the tradition of this country is what allows people to be pagans and Wiccans and to enjoy their lives freely. Good luck doing that in any other country.
Good.
Many other countries allow pagan.
Luck. Yeah, you wouldn't want to see the Wiccans when they're angry. Tammy Bruce, thanks very much.
Really? You wouldn't want to see us when you're angry. And saying that there's something wrong with a university recognizing ain't gonna make us angry?
No.
I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Well, that was it. There was another clip of the Fox Morning Show where they showed a little bit of that, and if people really want, I can do a reaction video to that as well. But I thought this was the better one to do a reaction video to. So, overall, they are stupid idiots who don't even know anything about what they are upset about. They keep saying that the university is guaranteeing something the university does not guarantee. So, if you really want me to do a reaction video to the other video, go ahead and leave comments. I may get around to it. I've got some time tonight. I may do another video on this tonight. Well, until then, blessed be seeing you.